I'm sorry, Luna Lyra. We've never encountered this type of wolfsbane before. I'm afraid you'll need to seek another hospital, the nurse said. All right. Thank you. With the nurse's help, I got down from the hospital bed. Shall we notify Alpha Drake to come and pick you up? No need, I said impatiently. Last night, upon hearing that his mate Ares had returned, Drake abandoned me and rushed off to see her even though I had been attacked by rogues. I dragged my injured body to the hospital alone, calling him several times, but he rejected every call. And in the morning, I woke up in the hospital to his call. I want to sever the mate bond with you, he said on the phone, his voice cold. When I reached home alone, Drake was waiting for me in the living room. The strong scent of jasmine, Ares' scent on him, filled the air. My wound throbbed even more painfully. Drake glanced at me with suspicion. Didn't you say you were poisoned by wolfsbane? You seem perfectly fine to me. I'm really been poisoned. Oh, is it? What kind of wolfsbane? He asked mockingly. It's still unclear. The doctor said they've never seen it before. We've been married for 3 years, and you still haven't stopped lying. Drake sneered in disdain and continued. Anyways, I, Alpha Drake of the Silver Moon Pack, reject Lyra as my mate. As soon as he finished, a piercing pain hit me, nearly making me collapse. Stop pretending to be pitiful. Do you think acting like this will make me stay with you? Drake scoffed. I leaned against the wall, refusing to faint in front of him. That would only make him think I was putting on another show. Hold on to the last shred of pride, Lyra. I motivated myself. I accept your rejection, I replied, forcing the words out. And the next second I lost all my strength and fell to the ground. The agony of being rejected by my mate overwhelmed me completely. For a brief moment, a complex emotion flickered in his eyes as if he couldn't believe I'd accept so easily. But he quickly returned to his cold demeanor. This is what you deserve, Lyra. Now you understand the pain Ares felt when she was rejected. If it weren't for your parents forcing me to marry you back then, I never would have. So you're still blaming me, aren't you? Of course, you'll never deserve forgiveness, he said, and without another glance stormed out, slamming the door behind him. The sharp pain spread through my heart, and darkness engulfed me. When I woke up, I was back in the hospital. A familiar figure was seated by my bedside, Caden, Drake's younger brother and the best man at our wedding. How are you feeling? He asked with concern. I'm fine, I said, forcing a smile as I struggled to sit up. How can you say that? The doctors told me you've been poisoned by a rare wolfsbane. If they can't figure it out within a week, your heart will fail. There's still a week left, isn't there? I reassured him. Does Drake know? Where is he? When I got home, I saw you passed out on the floor. I shook my head. No, he left before I fell unconscious, and anyway, he has already severed the mate bond with me. So it doesn't matter if he knows or not. What? In your condition, severing the mate bond can kill you, Caden exclaimed angrily. I'm going to find him. No, please. Don't. I stopped him. I no more want to be an obstacle between him and Ares. Ares? Again. His brows knitted in anger. She's the one who. The past doesn't need to be brought up again, Caden. I interrupted. I stopped Caden because I knew it would be of no use to inform or argue with him. He would probably think I was scheming again, trying to win him back. 3 years ago, a group of rogues attacked Drake's Silver Moon Pack. My father and I happened to encounter him. Seeing the need to help him, we led our soldiers to join the fight. During the fight, Drake was severely injured while saving his beta. My father and I brought the unconscious and wounded Drake to our pack. I was responsible for taking care of him. Over nearly a month, I gradually fell in love with this handsome and courageous man. Before Drake left, my father held a celebration banquet in his honor. That night, maybe because of the beauty of the moonlight or the influence of alcohol, Drake and I ended up having sex. Ares, I love you. Though he was making love to me, he was calling another woman's name. It was only then I realized he already had someone he loved. But my infatuation with him led me to a selfish decision. I didn't wake him up or push him away. I thought of having him for one night. Tomorrow anyway, he would be gone. I had no intention of being a homewrecker, but a few days later, Ares herself came knocking at our place. I'm Drake's mate. She said to my father, I know what happened between Lyra and Drake. Give me 10 million, I'll give Drake to Lyra. And never come back. My parents, who had seen my feelings for Drake, agreed to her request instantly. After Ares left, my parents leveraged funding for Silver Moon Pack's reconstruction to persuade Drake to marry me. Because I loved him so much, I accepted my parents' arrangement. I thought I could make him forget Ares and fall in love with me over time. But my passion never reached Drake's heart. He believed I had deliberately gotten him drunk and tricked him into bed. He believed I had forced Ares to leave him by pressuring my parents. He believed I had blackmailed him with Silver Moon Pack's reconstruction to force him into marriage. You went to such lengths and did so many despicable things just to have me? Fine, I'll give you what you want. On our wedding night, he tore my clothes and possessed me like a beast. But there wasn't a shred of love, but only cruel revenge. In the 3 years that followed, I was only his wife in maiden name. There was no love but just hate for me. I tried to explain to him from time to time, but he dismissed everything as another lie. Eventually, I stopped pouring all my energy into him. I focused on my duties as Luna and devoted myself to the Silver Moon Pack's development, helping homeless children, supporting elderly wolves without family, and assisting injured soldiers. Caden, Drake's younger brother, was very supportive of my work. After graduating from university, he became my trusted assistant. Caden knew how poorly Drake treated me and often felt guilty about it. You've done so much for my brother. I'm sure he'll understand someday, he said. But I don't think I'll live to see that day, I replied sadly. I don't think so. The doctor intervened, stepping inside. I've contacted doctors from all the werewolf hospitals. They're working on identifying the wolfsbane. He placed some painkillers on my bedside table. For now, you need to focus on nutrition. What do you want to eat? I'll get it for you, Caden offered as he stood up. Anything will be fine. By noon, Caden had brought me lunch, and just as I finished having it, I received a call from Drake. Put it on the speaker, Caden said, and I nodded. Where are you? Move all your stuff out of the villa today. Ares is moving in. Drake's cold voice breaks through the phone. All right, I said calmly and hung up quickly to avoid Caden from rebelling. I'm going with you. I'll make him regret this. Caden angrily punched the wall. There's no need, Caden. I understand your good intentions, but matters of the heart can't be forced. I didn't want to ruin the bond between the two brothers because of me. But your health. Caden looked at me worriedly before reassuring me. Fine, I promise I won't argue with him, but let me come with you. Fine. Drake wasn't alone when we arrived. Ares was standing by his side. They looked at each other affectionately, speaking intimately. Drake's arm was tightly wrapped around Ares's waist. The sight stabbed my heart. Drake had never shown me such tender expressions in the past 3 years. When he saw Caden and me entering, Drake seemed surprised. Caden, why are you here with Lyra? How can you treat Lyra like this? Caden retorted. So, you went to get Caden to back you up, didn't you? Drake glanced at me disdainfully. Before I could respond, Caden did. I came on my own. Drake, think carefully. Over the past 3 years, Lyra has done so much for the pack. Everyone admires her, and she loves you deeply. Can't you see that? Drake frowned and looked away. Ares gently stroked his chest and smiled at Caden. I'm sure Lyra is a good Luna, but you can't force feelings. I've always been Drake's mate. We love each other, and the bond between us is irresistible. Ares replied, if you truly loved my brother, why did you leave him back then? Drake's expression darkened. Shut up. I won't let anyone speak ill of Ares. She wouldn't have left me if Lyra's parents hadn't forced her. That's not true. The truth is, Caden snapped, losing his temper, but I stopped him, tugging his arm. It was all my fault. There's no need to argue anymore. I'll pack my things now and move out today. I glanced at Ares. I'm giving Drake back to you. I won't bother you two anymore. I headed toward my room and Caden followed me. For all these years, Drake and I had slept in separate rooms. He came only to satisfy his sexual desire, which was nothing but robotic sex. I packed a few clothes and a towel since I planned to stay at the hospital for the next few days. You can throw the rest away, I said as I appeared in the hallway. Everything else can go. It doesn't matter anymore. Drake's expression became complicated, a flicker of guilt crossing his face. But he quickly spoke again. Don't act like you've suffered some great injustice. The one who suffered is Ares. She spent the last 3 years wandering alone. When I didn't respond, his tone softened slightly. I bought you a new apartment. Whatever happened before, we're even now. He held out a key to me. There's no need, I said, making my way out. Drake, are you really kicking Lyra out? Caden asked behind me. Caden, this is between me and her. Stay out of it, Drake replied. Caden, don't worry. I'll make your brother happy, Ares said gently. Will you really? Caden shot her a disdainful look. You'll regret this, he said before following me out. Why would I regret it? I never loved her. Drake shouted behind us. Nothing hurt me more than this comment. It stabbed me like a blade. He didn't love me. I got it. But there was no need to humiliate me like this. My legs faltered, but Caden balanced me, wrapping his arm around my shoulders. When he led me to the car, I couldn't hold it in anymore and coughed up blood. Scarlet droplets slid down the car window. Lyra, what's wrong? Caden frantically wiped the blood from the corner of my mouth. I'm fine, I reassured him. I'm taking you to the hospital right now. His voice trembled. I didn't know how long I was unconscious. When I woke up, I saw Caden crying at my bedside. Caden! I tried to call him, but he didn't turn around. I walked over to pat his shoulder, but my hand passed through him like air. I froze, then saw someone lying on the bed who looked exactly like me. Is it my dead body? Am I already dead? Realization struck me like a thunderbolt. Now I was just a soul without a body. Over the next few days, for reasons I couldn't understand, my soul kept following Caden. He contacted my parents and made arrangements for my funeral. When my mother saw my body, she fainted on the spot. My father's hair turned white overnight. I felt a deep sense of guilt. For the past 3 years, I was focused just on Drake. I completely ignored my parents. I didn't realize they, too, needed my love and attention. The night before the funeral, Caden stayed beside my coffin sleepless. He had grown visibly thinner in just a few days, with dark circles under his eyes. Lyra, I'm sorry for my brother. He doesn't deserve your love. You won't believe he has already gone on vacation with Ares, he murmured. Caden, I can believe worse than this. I smirked sadly. But now, I don't harbor any resentment for him. I still remember the flutter in my heart when I saw him for the first time. Just then Caden's phone rang. It was Drake. Caden, the day after tomorrow, Ares and I are getting married. I'd like you to be my best man again. Caden stayed silent. I know you and Lyra were close. If you don't want to, I won't force you, Drake added. No, it's fine. I'll be there, Caden replied, giving a bitter smile at my coffin. How ironic. They're having their wedding on the same day your funeral is, and they want me to be the best man. Even in death, the news still managed to pierce my heart. On the day of my funeral, Caden wore a black suit and dark sunglasses to the wedding, as he had to attend my funeral afterward. My soul followed him to the venue. The grand castle was adorned with flowers, and a symphony orchestra played in the background. In comparison, my wedding was modest and simple. So this is the difference between being loved and not being loved. Caden's arrival drew people's attention. I got you a white suit, didn't I? Why are you dressed like this? The ceremony hasn't started yet. Go change quickly, Drake said, his voice irked. There's no time to change. After being your best man, I still have to rush to Lyra's funeral, Caden said, removing his black sunglasses to reveal his red, swollen eyes.